Okay. Every story has an end, but in life, every ending is just a new beginning. Happy morning to 100 virtually present in a meet. Once upon a time, there lived a young boy named Gautam. He belonged to a typical middle class family. He has got two younger brothers. He was a brilliant student in his school and he was a topper in his class. When he was when he was about to get into his 8th standard, his father has shifted him from vernacular medium to English medium. Gautam found it very difficult to understand the topics which were taken by the lecturers. He tried hard to by heart the lessons, but he miserably flunked in 5 out of 8 subjects. That was the first time him being experiencing the failure and he couldn't accept it. And that situation has repeated again and again. Soon, Gautam lost his interest and confidence in studies. He was not able to understand his father's intention and he blamed his father for all his failures. When he entered into his 10th grade, he started consuming alcohols and cigarettes because he thought that is the only way he can take revenge against his father. At last, the 10th results were out. He has flunked in 4 subjects. Dismayed by the son's result, his father was enraged. The father said Gautam not to continue with his studies. After a few months, the Gautam was sent to the nearby town, where his cousin sister stayed with her family. He started working in a TV repair shop. By that time, his first younger brother was in 9th standard. So both the brothers started having alcohol together. And one night, he didn't reach home. His cousin sister was worried about him and she went out with her husband in search of Gautam. At last, they found him lying near the street. They took him back home. The very next morning, unable to tolerate his behavior, his cousin sister started scolding him. His mind was blank and he was not able to understand what she was telling. Everything went over his head, but the few things all struck his attention. The Didi said, "You're spoiling your life and now your brother has started following you. If you continue like this, both of your younger brothers' life will get spoiled. And you have to decide in your life whether you want to make your life to go up or to come down." That was a new beginning for him. Till then, Gautam was trying to avoid all his problems and found the alcohol as a solution to all his problems. Because that day he cried like anything. He cried for around 3 hours. He thought, and his sister's words were striking his ears like this. See, the choice is yours to decide whether you want your life to go up or to come down. He decided to face the challenge. He has reapplied for his 10th exam and he started going to the nearby library to learn English, which was a Herculean task for him. Every morning he started going library and stayed there till the library get closed. He read from comics to novels and whatnot, the newspapers to learn English. At last, the 10th results were out. He has passed the 10th, PUC, degree, and whatnot, the CA exams too. Now, he is a successful chartered accountant. The 4 qualities which I have learned from Gautam are: have the courage to take up the challenge. Every day is a new beginning. You can start anew. Have the courage to pursue all with all what you have. Leave your dreams. Take up the risk because the life is happening now. If you take up the risk, definitely the success will follow you. The second point, take action. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. Take that first step in faith. You don't have to see the entire step. If you take up that first step, definitely, if you take up the action, definitely the success will follow you. The third one, have a positive mindset. You can change your life by changing your thoughts. You can start every day with a positive attitude because the life is offering you a new chance every day. So don't focus of the negatives and the failures of your life, but focus on the positive part of the life. If you if you start your today with a positive attitude and thoughts, definitely you are going to succeed in your life. The fourth point, have the have the urge to learn. The learning curve is essential for success. The knowledge pays the best interest. So the investment in knowledge pays the best interest. And the capacity to learn is a gift. The ability to learn is a skill. And the willingness to learn is the choice. So the choice is yours to decide whether you want to learn so that you can grow or you be stagnant in the position what you are. So the four qualities which you want to adopt before you have a new beginning are: find the courage to change, take action, have a positive mindset, and have the urge to learn. Yes, this is the theme of the day, that is Genesis, which means the new beginning. And it's a new beginning to all of us. So have the courage to take action with a positive mindset. It is famously quoted by T.S. Eliot. Every moment is a fresh beginning. So trust the wait, embrace uncertainty, have and enjoy the beauty of the beginning. Because when nothing is certain, anything is possible. Thank you.
Yeah, am I audible? Okay, thank you. Can a mere song change a person's mind? I have my doubts about it. But a song can infiltrate your heart, and heart may change your mind. Good morning, everyone virtually present here. Myself, Bhaskar Marathi. Music is to the brain as physical exercise is to the human body. If I were to give the definition of music, music is art of combining vocal and instrument sounds or both to produce a beauty of form, harmony, and expression of emotions. Yes, it is a mixture of vocal and instrument. But we break down music into five basic elements, which are melody, rhythm, texture, form, and harmony. Out of these five elements, first two of them would come first: melody and rhythm. Melody is lyrics which sang, and rhythm the sounds which tapped. They are not only the fundamental parts of the music, but they are probably the most important parts of the music experienced by human being. If you believe that life is a war, if you believe that life is a war, then sure, music is a weapon against unhappiness. Then sure, music is the weapon against unhappiness. As the speech is titled, Music Has Power to Heal, was quoted by Elton John. Yes, music always been such a huge part of human's life. It allows us to feel joy, sadness, and fear. It can bring us also the pleasure and express the words what we cannot express express the feelings what we cannot express in words. Not only does affect our minds, but music also affects our body as well. Music can aid in recalling the emotions, affect our moods and feelings, and it has various health benefits also. I think music in itself is healing power. It's an explosive expression of humanity. It is something that we will all are touched by, no matter what culture we are from, but everyone loves music. A 2011 study, researchers from McGill University found that the listening to the music increases the amount of dopamine produced in the brain. The dopamine is an important brain chemical that influence our mind, the influence our moods and feelings. Music is music can heal the wounds which medicine cannot touch. If I take a closer look at some of the potential health benefits, a study published in the Lancet Psychiatry suggested that the hip hop listening to the hip hop music, particularly from Kendrick Lamar, may help individuals to understand the mental health. A study of the Brunel University suggested that music may reduce the pain and anxiety of the for the patients who have undergone the surgery. Music may help in elevate the stress, and it will reduce our and pain and anxiety. But when you feeling stressed, you may find listening to your favorite music you makes you feel better, and you experience a sense of euphoria. Based on the substantial evidence that music is the best and cheapest mind altering drug in the world. Music is the best and cheapest mind altering drug in the world. Music has several health benefits like increase the dopamine, lowers the cortisol, and it makes us feel great. Our brains are better on music. One good thing about music is that if music hits you, you feel no pain. Wonder originates in the womb of a woman. Listening to music while pregnant has many benefits for the developing fetus and encourages mother and baby's prenatal bonding. New studies even suggested that babies remember the music they listen to in the womb up to 4 months after being born. That is the healing power of music. Albert Einstein said that if I were not the if I were not the physicist, I would probably be a musician. As an artist, I would like to say that my body, my soul, and my mind simultaneously respond to a good music. According to Tanya D. Jong, when we sing together in a harmony, our hearts start beating together. I would like to say that being skilled in any component of music is a gift of God. Music as a hobby is the best alternative indeed. Music is an effective way of relieving the stress everyone of any age. The positive effect of music has in our lives is understated. It can influence our mind and motivate us to reach for the stars. So we will always be live with music. Music can change the world because it can change people. Over to MC.
Happy morning, everyone. Today, I would like to put forth before you some of the key current affairs. Bangalore COVID-19 tally crosses a million mark, more deaths in state in past week than in any month since the outbreak. Total of 41,000 fresh COVID-19 cases have been registered in Karnataka and 35,000 cases have been recovered, and total of 5,189 deaths have been recorded this month in Karnataka. Government hopeful of vaccinating the entire adult population by December end. States have been allocated a total of 6% crore vaccine doses in May. I would like to give some insights on economic news as well. RBI's recent liquidity measures announced by the governor Shaktikant Das is rupees 50,000 crore. Credit window availability for small financial banks at repo rate of they want to remit NBFCs of certificate of deposits. The measure has been focused on ensuring surplus liquidity for the banks and also creating incentive for those who would want to invest into the healthcare and allied sectors. I would also like to put before you the key liquidity and statutory ratios are as like below. The repo rate is at 4%, reverse rate at 3.35%, cash reserve ratio rate at 3%, statutory liquidity ratio is at 18%, CPI inflation stands at 5.5%, and fiscal and total the fiscal deposit for this quarter stands at 9.5%. Coming to the next, Zomato has filed for IPO with SEBI. Elon Musk's Tesla is no more accepting bitcoins for purchasing their vehicles, citing conserving environment. Facebook faces data transfer ban after Irish ruling came in European Union. Alphabet's Google is leading about 30 firms and trade groups in opposing a lawsuit in US that seeks to stop over 90,000 spouses of highly skilled visa workers from having jobs in US, with H4 supporting visa for H1B visa holders challenging a new lawsuit issued by the federal government. And the Israel and Palestinian civil rages took a new heights on Friday by Israel steps up retaliating attacks on Gaza controlled by the Hamas militant groups using ground force for the first time. In reacting to the Hamas attacking the Jerusalem, the capital of Israel, this civil unrest between Jews and Arabs in Israel had dealt a strong blow. Coming to some of the tax related news, GST Council have made recent amendments in the GST regime. Now the rate of tax is required to be mentioned in HSN table while filing the GSTR1. Due to the heavy surge of second wave of COVID-19, GST Council has given a relaxing for filing monthly returns of March 2020 and April 2020 till June 2021. CBDT has issued new amendments in the Income Tax Rule 1962 for Section 44AB under Rule 6, subsection G. The tax audit report can be revised before the end of that assessment year for which the report pertains if any changes are there. CBDT also issued a notification on 5th May on health sectors and allied organization can accept cash payments over 2 lakhs during 1st 4 2021 to 31st 5 2021 by relaxing Section 269 ST of Income Tax Act to get PAN and Aadhaar of the remitter while accepting the payments due to COVID reasons. This is the end of the current affairs. I hope it was useful, and I think I have given sufficient news covering all the aspects. Thank you, everyone.